In architecture, butterflies are often used as a symbol of transformation and rebirth, and ultimately, change. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm seriously excited, thrilled actually, to kick off this brand new YouTube channel called the R.K.W. Architectural Lens. I'm Rod, by the way. My initials are R.K.W., and I've got this architectural and educational journey planned that I really hope will connect with you and maybe even spark some ideas. Have you ever walked into a room and felt an instant sense of calm? Or wondered why some neighborhoods just feel more connected? This channel is for anyone who's ever been curious about the design decisions that shape our lives. It's about more than just buildings. It's about design, education, and the future of architecture. So if you're an architecture student, an emerging professional who's just starting out, or a small business owner who wants to attract more customers through a well-designed environment, stay tuned because this channel is for you. It's also for hospital administrators, educational leaders, community advocates, researchers, or any lifelong learner who's curious about architectural design. We'll explore how design influences our lives in ways that we don't often see. If you love architecture, or if you're curious about how well-designed environments can help you achieve your goals, you're in the right place. I'm really looking forward to building this channel together with you. So why am I doing this? Well, it goes way back for me. I started as an architectural intern in Akron, Ohio, almost 30 years ago, back in the early 1990s. My school, Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, now Florida, taught students how to design from an emotive or emotional perspective. So some of my undergrad projects focused on making design personal and putting my feelings into the work. So I wanted to share a few examples of my work from that period with you. I did a healing garden. I did several visitor centers that invited new communities to experience historic spaces, and many other projects that were my personal expressions of how communities could gather in spaces together. I remember starting architectural school so clearly. There was this feeling, sometimes people even said it out loud, that there wasn't really a place for someone who looked like me in architecture. And that was really difficult because people whose opinions I respected and valued told me to pick something else.
I think you should choose another career path.
But honestly, that kind of pushed me in the other direction. And so instead of giving up, it made me want to stay and figure out my own career path. And that meant doing a lot of soul searching, really trying to understand my own background in the history of architecture, and quite candidly, finding my own unique way of practicing. That time in college in the early 1990s, it really showed me that architecture is so much more than just designing a building. Now, all these years later, I'm a licensed architect and I focus on healthcare architecture, especially making sure that educational opportunities exist to fold young students into how we practice. And this isn't just a job for me. As a Black, gay architect, this is personal, because I'm really aware of how much having conversations like this would have helped me as a young man trying to understand and chart a career in design.
Being gay in architecture school means designing spaces that embrace everyone, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
I started this video with the image of a butterfly to represent my transformation throughout my career. Like a caterpillar shedding its skin, I've had to shed old versions of myself to become who I am today. It's a journey we all go through. For me, that transformation involved several key moments. I chose to explore the rich history of African and African American contributions to architecture in my master's thesis, which was a massive part of finding my voice. I also learned to live authentically as an openly gay man, which led me to Chris. Even my decision to embrace my natural hair texture and style it into locks at various points in my life is part of the story of evolution. These are all things that have, at one point or another, been topics of conversation in my professional life. But what they truly represent is my journey to find myself, to define my place, and to choose how I show up in an industry where being different can be met with unique challenges. That's why the butterfly isn't just a metaphor for me. It's a way of understanding the process of becoming more fully ourselves, a process we all share. And while this personal journey has shaped my perspective, the challenges inherent in becoming an architect go far beyond these experiences. The thing is, practicing architecture can be exclusive. I mean, think about it. You need formal education, you need training, licenses, and money. These are often things that are difficult to come by. Also, to understand architectural history as a student of architecture, you need to see things firsthand and travel the world, which costs money. Even owning custom design spaces can be a challenge for a lot of people. And so I want to make sure this channel is able to tie things together in a way that students can understand, look at critically, and see themselves reflected in a way that is engaging.
We need spaces that bring us together, places where our kids can learn and play safely, and where our elders feel respected and cared for.
Over my 30 years, I've seen how powerful architecture can be in bringing different viewpoints together and having real substantive conversations and finding creative solutions to tough design problems. This channel is meant to be a two-way street. The best ideas often come from different people sharing thoughts. So I'm planning on having guest speakers, experts from teaching and architecture, to share their knowledge and experiences with us. One of my regular and recurring guest speakers will be my husband, Christopher, whom you'll meet in our next episode. So Chris and I have been together for 15 years and we've been married for 13. Chris's role as a teacher will provide much welcome perspective on the connection between pedagogy and design, with a focus on teaching future generations. I also really want to hear from all of you. So for example, what are the biggest challenges you see in teaching young people about architecture and design? What questions do you have about how architecture and our ability to shape things connect together? What do you think is the architect's primary role in helping to teach young people about design? You're welcome to share your comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and join the conversation. It's my sincere hope that you'll join me on this journey as we explore these connections together and shape the world around us. I really hope that you'll find this channel inspirational. There are a few things you can do to help us grow. First, please subscribe so that you don't miss any new episodes. Second, jump right into the comments. You can share your thoughts on what I'm trying to do here and give me advice on how to make it better, and help me create the channel that you want to watch and support. And third, please share this video with anyone you think might find it interesting or inspirational. Tune in regularly by subscribing to learn more about my passion for architecture, for healthcare architecture, for teaching, and how to create actual solutions that can be applied right now, today. Together, let's work towards building a more thoughtful and engaging future. Until our next chat, thanks for looking through the R.K.W. architectural lens. See you next time. Bye-bye. Want to see more content? In part 2 of the introduction, we'll dive into the 3 main lenses for the channel: define, find, and interpret. Be sure to tune in.